Ilia Topuria knocks out Charles Oliveira in the first round at UFC 317. It's big yams, guys. Let's get into it. Ilia Topuria is on the verge of becoming a superstar. He is already a star, but after what he did last night, boy oh boy, is he catapulting himself to becoming the biggest star currently in the UFC. He already captured the featherweight belt, defended it against Max Holloway, moved up, gets a fight booked with Charles Oliveira, and he makes it look pretty easy. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did say Ilia would get the job done early. Charles gets hit and hurt in every single fight I've watched of his, and again he got hurt yesterday. Big mistake by Charles Oliveira saying he was going to walk forward against Ilia. I mean, I get it. I hear it. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, but that wasn't the best idea because when they did finally get into the pocket, Charles walked forward with his high guard, dropped his hand to land a shot, and Ilia countered him. Ilia countered him with a perfect right hand. Then he knocked him out with the right, but then he landed the hook, which was like a confirmation. And Charles Oliveira was out. Ilia made it look easy, I'm not going to lie to you guys. And I did think he was going to win. I did think he was going to get a KO. And to be completely honest with you, from when Charles Oliveira came out and said he was going to walk forward, he would push forward, whatever, I knew Ilia was going to win the fight. You cannot, with someone like Ilia, who has the punching power that he has, together with the technique, you cannot be in the pocket with Ilia Topuria. He does his best work in the pocket. Usually he'll push guys back towards the cage, gets in the pocket, does his work. Great performance by Ilia Topuria. Even when they did get, because they went to the ground quite early, Oliveira got the clinch and then took Ilia down. What I will say is that in some of the grappling exchanges, Oliveira did look a little bit stronger than Ilia. But I did say to you guys, I think Ilia will be able to handle it. And he ended up reversing the position and getting on top. Stood back up, allowed Charles to get back up, and that's when the fatal KO came. And what a run Ilia Topuria is going on. That's 3 legends back to back that he has KO'd. Obviously Volk, people will question that one. Obviously even me, as much as I would want to give Ilia Topuria his props for that, which I do, it's just obviously Volk was coming off a KO, lost to Islam. Should have taken time out really. To be completely honest, I do think Ilia probably would have done the same thing to Volk anyway. Because guys, the punching power of Ilia Topuria tied together with his technique is just absolutely crazy. He has, without a doubt, the best hands currently in the UFC. No one has better technique tied together with the punching power. Oh my God, problem. Absolute problem. And he showed that he has got the ground game because he went in there against one of the greatest submission artists, that being Charles Oliveira. Listen, Ilia's that guy, man. And I'm not even the biggest fan of him, but I cannot sit here and lie to you guys and say that he is not that guy, because he is. You've even got Mr. McGregor has made a tweet and given him his props. Obviously, you know, Conor being Conor, he had to throw in there that those were his old titles, etc. But he gave him his props. You cannot deny greatness. That's one thing you cannot do. Whether you do not like Topuria or not, you cannot deny greatness. He is on the verge of being the biggest superstar in the UFC right now. It was a great fight. Lasted, it didn't go past the first round, and Ilia called that. And to be honest, guys, I predicted within the first 3 rounds. But when I saw the quote from Charles, which said he's going to walk forward, he's going to push forward and push Ilia Topuria, but I thought, yeah, first 2 rounds, or probably it will be a first round KO. And great performance from Ilia. There's nothing you can fault him for. Obviously, they had Paddy get into the cage after that. Personally, I don't think Paddy has done enough to earn himself a title shot with Ilia Topuria. Dana even came out after in the press conference and said that that shouldn't have happened. And from the looks of things, Paddy's not getting the title shot. I'm not gonna lie, guys. If they give it to Justin Gaethje, same thing happens. Justin Gaethje gets put to sleep. I'm not gonna lie. I give it to Justin Gaethje. He's a brawler, but he's at the later stages of his career. And listen, I know people are gonna say, "Oh, but he's fought Dustin." I'm sorry. Ilia Topuria's boxing is better than Dustin. The only thing I would say about Ilia, he doesn't throw a lot of leg kicks, but he trusts in his ability to take a man's head off with the boxing so much that he doesn't even showcase his whole skill set. And it's mad that he came from a wrestling background. And that's another reason why you have to give props to Ilia Topuria, man. The fact that he came from a wrestling background, developed his striking, developed his boxing and his punching power, and now he's a knockout artist. So, personally, I think Arman it's fucked, yeah, because Arman fucked up himself by pulling out against Islam Makhachev at UFC 311. But guys, I'm not gonna lie, that's the only person in the lightweight division that I see having a chance of beating Ilia. Even with Islam, he's the only one. Arman is the only person that can save that division. And it's mad because his striking is nowhere near as good as Ilia Topuria. But he is the best well-rounded guy in that division currently. And I do feel like he could, for example, if he took Ilia down, I don't think he's going to have as much problem as Charles did keeping him there. And Arman will throw some ground strikes. He will try to get off ground and pound. And his ground and pound is quite good. But I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm a big Arman fan, and I would like Arman to get the title shot next. But I think the UFC just needs to... The thing is, Ilia can't sit out for too long. So if Islam is going to fight JDM, listen, book Ilia for October or something like that. Let him fight whoever he needs to fight in the lightweight division. Defend that belt. Hopefully Islam wins the welterweight belt, which is a tough ask in my opinion. But hopefully he wins that. Then we can get a super fight of Ilia versus Islam for the lightweight championship. And obviously because both of them are basically double champs, it will create an even bigger storyline for that fight. So I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like Ilia and Islam is the next fight to make. In terms of money, it's the biggest fight in terms of money, biggest fight in terms of attraction, and everyone is invested now. Everybody wants to see that because everybody's asking themselves, can Ilia Topuria put Islam to sleep? And after what I've seen from Ilia, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do believe if Ilia and Islam do meet in the octagon, every fight starts standing up. And I know Islam's striking is actually very good. I can't deny him. And he outstruck Dustin Poirier, but that's because of the threat of the takedowns. But I don't think Ilia is going to be scared of getting taken down by Islam. Ilia is so confident in himself and so confident in his striking that and you know what, confident in his overall skills that I don't think he's scared to get taken out. But I do feel like if Islam takes Ilia down, it's not going to be like Charles. I do think Islam will kind of have his way. I do think in that department, Islam's strength is on another level. Striking wise though, I have to give it to Ilia. So this is what I'm saying. It's definitely a 50-50 fight. Because look how Islam got slept. I don't think it was his debut. Was it his debut? I think in the UFC. Ilia can do that shit. Ilia can definitely do that shit. But I would say book Ilia versus Islam. Listen, it's that fight is giving McGregor versus Khabib vibes. I'm not gonna lie. So they need to book that fight, man. I want to see that fight. What's next for Charles Oliveira? I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't know where he goes from here, because as long as Ilia is in that division, he is not getting his belt back. And it's like, he fought for the belt how many times now? Yeah, I don't know what's next for Charles, man. Maybe rematch Arman Sarukian if they don't want to give Arman the title shot. But Charles got knocked out bad, man, so he needs to take a little bit of time off. It's not looking good, man. But what I'm gonna rate the card out of a whole, I'm gonna give the card a. It wasn't a bad card, to be fair. There was quite a few finishes, so I'll give the card a 7 out of 10. Fight of the night, I'm gonna give that to. I mean, there's a shout for Pantoja, but I can't lie. I'm gonna have to give that to Ilia Topuria, man. I know it was short, but I have to give that fight of the night. KO of the night. I'm giving that to Ilia Topuria. And the performance of the night, my performance of the night, I'm giving that to Ilia Topuria again, because he made it look easy against one of the world's best. So yeah, man. That's my thoughts for UFC 317, guys. Like and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Comment below your ratings of the whole card and your performance of the night, your KO of the night. What do you think's next for Ilia? What should Charles do next? It's Big Yems, guys. Like and subscribe. In a bit, Ilia Topuria is that guy. And I told all of you bastards, all of you that were DMing me, chatting shit when I said Ilia will sleep him. Y'all said Oliveira beats him within 3 rounds. Y'all said this, y'all said that. Look now. Your favorite fighter went to sleep. And the thing is, I actually like Charles. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate Ilia, hate the game. In the big, guys.